Hi, it's Dwyer. DwyerVIP.com, DwyerFootballNews.com, GamblersAdvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Let me offer a free pick for Week 14 of the National Football League. I already have some premium picks up on sites like DwyerVIP.com. You can give those a look. But let's get off road here. Let me try to deliver value, a free pick here online. You know, the time to pick teams is when the world, the press, are unreasonably against them. It's when the public narrative would have you believe that the team has no talent and has no coaching, right? Such is the case this week with the New York Jets. Let's look under the hood at the Jets for a minute, keeping in mind that while I personally believe there are stronger teams in the AFC, right? The two teams playing on Monday, for example, the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans, are stronger than the Jets. Let's remember that the Giants last year, the New York Giants, were 7-7 during a season in which they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Now, right now, the Jets are 5-7. But consider the following, right? We're hearing about Mark Sanchez being on the hot seat, Rex Ryan being on the hot seat, Tim Tebow not being a quarterback, terrible injuries, Darrelle Revis out, Santonio Holmes out. What can this team do right? Well, just consider. They won last week. Their remaining games are this week at Jacksonville. The week after that, at Tennessee. The week after that, at home against the Chargers, who everyone knows, at least the big rumor is, are going to let go of their head coach. In other words, the players by then might not have anything to play for, right? And of course, they close the season on December 30th at Buffalo. Now, my point to you is simply this. It's conceivable that the Jets could win 3 of their last 4 games, if not all 4. The Jets are still in the hunt. You remember at the beginning of the season, when people were looking at possible contenders to win the conference, and the Jets were mentioned, right? Go back and look at the odds on the Patriots, a juggernaut team, to win the AFC East. You'll see that there was some hesitation among bettors, right? The Patriots, you didn't get great odds on the Patriots to win the AFC East because many people suspected that the Jets were serious competition, right? I believe I took the Patriots. Full disclosure, I believe I got about a 25% rate of return. In other words, I got a decent rate of return because people understood you couldn't make the Patriots 10-1 favorites to win the division because of the presence of the Jets. Now, you're going to tell me that now, in early December, all I have to do is lay 2.5 points to take the Jets against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville? Folks, the Jaguars are terrible. The Jets should win this game easily. Understand, too, that MetLife Stadium is very hard to play in. It's very windy. Mark Sanchez doesn't have a gun. He's more of a Joe Montana quarterback, right? Short timing passes, not the big arm, not the John Elway, Troy Aikman arm. So Mark Sanchez is the kind of guy who would do better on the road, right? The Jets, quite frankly, as people may recall just a few weeks ago, went to St. Louis and did something the San Francisco 49ers haven't done this year. They beat St. Louis in St. Louis, and they did it handily. Right? The final score in that game was 27-13. So my point to you is this. The Jets, after listening to all this anti-Mark Sanchez, anti-Rex Ryan, anti-Woody Johnson press, the Jets have actually won 2 of their last 3 and shouldn't be so closely favored against a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just to put it in perspective, right? Did you know that the Jaguars, literally in their last 9 games, have only won 1 of the 9? They lost to Cincinnati. They lost to Chicago. Those were home games. They lost at Oakland. They lost at Green Bay. They went back home. They lost to the Detroit Lions. They lost to the Indianapolis Colts. They went on the road. They lost to Houston. They beat Tennessee at home. Then last week they lost at Buffalo. Hardly a juggernaut. So my free pick this week, quite frankly, is to take the Jets, laying the 2.5 points over the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Right? Let's remember the Jaguar record is 2-10. They have less than half of the wins that the Jets have. And all you have to lay is 2.5. You got to be kidding. Also, Jacksonville is not exactly a juggernaut at home. Keep in mind that one of their 2 wins was actually on the road. Right? They've only won 1 game at home all year. So I know you're going to have to paddle against the crowd on this one. You're going to have to hide your face or lower your voice when you tell your friends that you've actually bet money on the Jets this week. Right? But just understand, the hype is overdone. The Jets aren't that bad. If they win this game, they're only going to be 1 game below 500 with a very easy, very manageable remaining schedule. Right? Take the Jets, lay the 2.5. All I ask is that after the game, win, lose, or draw, you leave your comments for all of us here. Also, if you have any free picks of your own that you want to share with the YouTube community, please feel free to leave it in the comment section here of this video. I like the Jets laying 2.5 over the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville this weekend. It's week 14 of the NFL season 2012. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.